Hi, this is Paul Harr from thesaxophonist.org, and I'm here with a play test and review of the Durga Baritone Saxophone Mouthpieces from Theo Wanne. This is the Durga metal with Ravner Ligature. You know, I would probably say I have learned more about mouthpieces from Theo Wanne and his website than probably any resource I've ever seen. He was the go-to guy. I don't know if he does it anymore, but was the go-to guy for refinishing mouthpieces, especially auto links. And so when he came out with his own line of mouthpieces, instantly he had built-in street cred that people knew his work. I had the pleasure of reviewing these mouthpieces for tenor for Jazz Times a number of years ago, and his work is really masterful. It was interesting playing the Durga 4. This is a mouthpiece that is famously played by Leo P, and it is a hard-biting Black & Decker power mouthpiece. In fact, on the side of the mouthpiece it says bright model contemporary big sexy tone. Okay. It is a gorgeous mouthpiece, very well made. Has this brushed gold, 24 karat gold plate. It is a very heavy mouthpiece. Also comes in a hard rubber. I even had to check to see if this was hard rubber. You could actually see some sculpting marks here that are machined. Well, maybe you can't. Machined there in the middle. Which certainly has the baffle far down here, so it is a contemporary power-based mouthpiece. I had to check to see if this was hard rubber because this thing is so thin and so light it barely even registers in your hand. In fact, I think probably a mechanical pencil might weigh more than this mouthpiece. As you can probably tell, this gives a little bit darker sound, but both are designed for that butt-kicking, hard-driving, raucous Black & Decker baritone sound. I will say a few things about the mouthpiece. Overall, it's not what I would want. Now, that is not supposed to be a turnoff for you, the consumer. My playing centers more around straight-ahead jazz playing and playing in big bands. If I had to do funk or pop work, this would certainly be a mouthpiece that I would explore. It was just a little bit too guttural for me. In fact, I finally adjusted to it, but I really had to get my voicing in a particular area to get down into the low register. And much, much smaller voicing for me personally to get the low notes out. But once I got it, it worked really well. One thing I will be critical of is something that I know is a major design here. And this is going to kind of highlight it. The Theo Wanne mouthpieces come with this built-in, almost like auto-link style ligature. Sorry, you can't see this very well. Kind of looks like that. And there are holes riveted in the side of the mouthpiece that you can place the ligature, which has this long plate. So you can place the ligature in the same spot in the mouthpiece. Now these are probably, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch apart, which doesn't seem like that much, but if you're going to play modern reeds, which I promise you a modern reed is going to warp within about 12 seconds of playing it, you may have to move the ligature up to get past that warp spot to be able to get it to play. If that happens and you have this on, you have to take this tool, a hex screwdriver, and it's not a typical screwdriver, it's a hex, and you have to find the thing, and you have to crank it off, and then you have to take the reed off and reposition it and then put it back on. Now here's what I will tell you about that. The positive side is your ligature is always in the optimum place. The bad side of it is you can adjust the ligature if you need to on the fly to get something happening in the moment. Also, I'm going to give a failing grade from the Carpal Tunnel Club, of which I'm a charter member. As I was taking this off in my advancing age with my glasses and whatnot, I accidentally backed the screw out too far, and it went down into the carpet. So I had to have one of these, a magnet, and I found it. So it's cool design. I appreciate where they're coming from it. For me, not practical. Might be for somebody else who just wants to be able to throw the reed on and start playing and always have it at the optimal spot. For me, it was kind of a pain in the tuchus. But Theo Wanne does make this ligature that is adjustable that could go on there. I tried some Rodner ligatures, and I found that by using some of the leather Rodner ligatures, it helped the response of the mouthpiece a little bit better. So, you know, to each his own. Theo's not saying you have to use this. It comes with it. But that was just my personal experience with it. This was the most expensive mouthpiece of the set. I think these are topping out close to $800 after you figure in shipping and tax. I think it was like $795, something like that. That's expensive. For me, that's too expensive for a weekend warrior baritone player. But if you're somebody like Leo P., well, you're not going to be somebody like Leo P. There's only one Leo P. But if you strive to be a baritone player who really needs that powerful, guttural, contemporary, big, sexy tone, this is certainly a mouthpiece to try out. You know that with Theo Wanne, you're going to be getting some quality, you're going to be getting craftsmanship, and you're going to be getting good customer service. So it's certainly, if this is what you're looking for, which is more of a biting, edgy, contemporary sound for the baritone, certainly the Durga is something you should check out. To learn more about this mouthpiece, other mouthpieces, instruments, educational features, and, of course, amazing interviews, be sure to check out www.thesaxophonist.org.